I'm close by. When I burned the hot dog, she started to sing like that. That's a little bit weird. I'm close to the place where I need to fight. And it looks like they have this evening fight out there.
Who dares challenge the
After work challenge. Let's do just that.
Oh, now you look to be a man in search of exertion. Hey, Whitelocks, will you dare to fight Colossus?
Absolutely. Colossus, that's his name.
Colossus. Interesting as monikers go. Or is that what his mother called him out of the womb, too?
Why would she not have? Colossus. It rings out with pride and passion. So, will you fight?
Yeah, man. And I bet 100 coins.
Fine. Let's fight.
Ah, boring. I'm not interested. Quick I am. Too quick for you. It'll be knick-knack, paddywhack. Here's your arm bone. Where's the sport in it?
Don't want to fight? Why bother looking for challengers then? Wasting my time.
Oh, a bit testy are we? A witcher, right? Let's do it like this. You parry 3 blows I throw your way, you win. But you can't swing at me, not once. Just deflect my blows, got it? Catch 3 of them and I'll toss you double your wager.
Feeling that generous?
No, I just know you can't do it. No one's ever done it. Too fast, see? So, willing to try for 3 blocks?
Prefer a normal fight.
Prefer to slap you around the ordinary way.
Ah, disappointing. This witcher's no fun at all. Oh well, I suppose it makes little difference.
Ladies and gentlemen, a fight at last. Standard regulations. Witcher versus Colossus.
Finally. I just want to beat him.
Block! You ass!
Look at that.
Too quick for you, huh?
Looks like I can actually avoid him. In any case, it's time to beat him. And a few strong attacks too can take place. Just like that. Bam! 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 Fat pig. Okay, I need to dodge with off, go around, give him a smack. Okay, let's wait. Yes, that's it. He looks to be an extremely potent opponent actually. Very strong indeed. Smash him. Fast attack, strong attack. Okay. This fight is really dragging on now. I should finish him off. Come on, avoid his blows. And let's finish it with a good hit. He's on a defense. He won't be on a defense for
Not
long.
your lucky day.
Just like that.
The Witcher defeats Colossus in a regulation bout. A captivating clash, to say the least.
You thump hard. You thump well, Master Witcher.
Thanks.
Now, to face the Maestro, all you've left are rambles with Mancomb and the night known as Still Waters. Seek out the night in the heart of Oatville, near Mountebank Alley, whereas Mancomb loiters about the docks south of that district.
Okay. Let's go to the other 2 fights. I wonder if there's going to be a final. Oh, would you look at that? Another fight is close to Nilfgaard Embassy. That was the fight I didn't select it, but I'm sure I'll be able to interact with them. I have no doubts about that. Let's see.
Can you? They say
The
Stark's
jaw-dropping Mancomb, a witcher. Surely you've... Do you wish to jump in?
Considering it.
So you're not surprised. Consider this as well. Here, intellect counts as much as strength.
You see, Mancomb is no ordinary fighter.
Mancomb, odd name.
Mancomb? First I've ever encountered that name.
One should never judge an opponent by his name. Master Mancomb is a saddler, though a valiant one at that. His blows are as fierce as his riposts are sharp.
Count me in, sign me up. I'll give you 100
Fine.
for it.
Let's start.
Oh, my knees quake like a carnival rattle.
Let's get on with this ridiculous battle.
I'm a top taunter, the best around, not one to be beaten by some inbred hound.
Hear how pathetic and stupid it sound, your mama. Rather fight that than shut. I wanna hear your mama joke.
Guess you know, since your mom's a bitch.
Ah, pathetic. This'll be easy. What's wrong? Afraid? Gut feeling queasy?
Afraid I might kill you. It's got me uneasy.
Your bones look thin, your breathing's wheezy. Afraid one punch might kill you. It's got me uneasy.
Let's fight already.
Fancy insults, not my thing. No other more effective means.
Let's get down to business. Ooh. Need to warm up a little bit. So far, he's doing it quite well. I got his stamina out, and so it seems I can just beat him non-stop because I can. Look at that, he can't recover his stamina. And in the meantime, I can just bleed him to death. There's not much you can do about it, because he can't block me without stamina. And he's cornered right now. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Though a man of few words and even fewer jests, the Witcher is ever a fighter. Geralt has vanquished Mancomb. You've but one foe left before you can challenge the Maestro. The mysterious knight Still Waters, famed throughout the duchy, his true face and name unknown. You'll find him in Oatville near Mountebank Alley.
Let's head there and find out what he's all about.
You're looking well. Top form, my dear. Cheeks rotting.
They say that he wears a
Another murder
mask.
by the horrid beast. Milton the Peyrat.
What's that all about? I just got ambushed.
Late. Now, why does that not surprise me?
I wonder what's that all about. Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Oh, Geralt. I knew I should have taken you to the palace, handed you over to my tailor. Whatever are you wearing?
Sorry, I didn't have time to change.
Luckily, I prepared for just such an eventuality. Here, don this doublet. Its cut is all the rage these days.
It seems that we went with the main campaign mission here. And so, let's go with it for now. We can continue with the fist fights after this.
Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
Why did they wear masks?
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Let's go inside.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain. How do we find the Synthrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
What are these performances?
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
Looking for Cecilia Belante.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belont.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaveri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Synthrian.
West of the man from Sintra. Search the alcoves for a woman with a Kaveri orchid in her hair. Take part in the soils and entertainment.
Bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs, custom at the camp.
Okay, let's start.
Yet another soul longing to express.
Look at that, I can take all of this. Or at least some of this. Okay.
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a different array.
It looks like this was all about painting.
Splendid! The sky over Toussaint.
Or a deeply internalized feeling intensity.
Ah,
Artistry.
I'm just gonna paint him with dick. Just like there. I'm sure every woman will love this art right there of her mouth or pussy. Let's go and see what else is out here.
The mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Do you know?
There are quite a few.
Hey there! A tip off the glass. Good fellow.
Fine, let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
Balloons that can be sent off. So I shall.
Ah, how beautiful. Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
I'm sure.
The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
Thanks to him, I had that excellent.
Let's go inside and see what else is out here waiting for us. And so it seems that there's a beast out there.
Please go.
A bodyguard. The door is locked.
Sure to be in one of the alcoves.
I would gladly go through that door.
I beg your pardon.
A noble woman. Anything else?
Never should have performed tonight. You should have. We are busy. We wish to be alone. Please leave.
Well, that looks like an
We are
intrigue.
busy.
In
But
any
are you
case.
sure it's an original?
My employer swears it. Besides, have you not heard the news?
Have I not heard? It's
What
on everyone's
news?
lips. 4 duets in one night. The theft of the century. And here you are, offering one to me.
If you are not interested, sir, I'm sure someone else.
Right, fine. You can't think I'd let such an opportunity pass. How much?
Slow down. You have declared your intent. Now I will convey this to my client. We shall get back to you. Please await word.
I wanna buy some of this too. But she won't agree to sell me because I have no doubts that it has been stolen. What's that all about? I'm sure
Now,
it's
let's look in the alcoves.
upstairs somewhere out there.
Precious will be
Greetings.
Wealthy townsman. It looks to me that I can't go up on the second floor, unfortunately.
Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about two things. Coin and copulation.
Let's see what's that all about. Fragment of script of a stage play. Anybody else? Right there, we found her.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Kaviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
Lovely portrait.
Wow. Impressive portrait.
I know the style, the stroke. This is Dorian Velez.
The gracious lady has heard of me.
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait once.
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to me, but alas, ultimately refused my terms.
What was the matter?
When he learned I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. He said he would not dare offend Her Illustrious Highness with such a proposition. I've always longed to paint her. Such a shame.
I think you may still get your chance.
You, Cecilia Belante.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian Noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Centrian Noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it, but I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
Fine. Let's go after those refreshment tables. Right there, there's something.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat it at once.
Empty, heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Fistek. Let's follow it. Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
I do not even wish to comment.
It is irrelevant to the work's ultimate meaning.
The concept of Edward. What else is out here? The first steps of Matilda. The birth of Ludovic. Alright, he told me about the scent. Let's go after the scent now and find the target we're looking for. As you can see, there is a door here. I wanted to see if I can open it. Unfortunately, there was no easy way for me to open it. Let's just go after our senses there, and hopefully everything is going to work out. It seems we'll be going to the house, and there's a bodyguard waiting there.
Aren't they even? Because the right cuff seems somewhat higher to me.
We certainly know that.
Relax. Master Buvo is a...
Guess what? It's being guarded.
As I said, only Mandragora artists allowed. Nothing I can do.
Come, we must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
Don't tell anyone you have seen us.
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Seen Cecilia Belante?
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
That's
Quickly,
good.
upstairs.
Let's go then. Which door exactly? Right there. But before I go right there, I wanted to check if I can open any other doors. It looks like all the other doors are locked. Let's go inside.
That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana. At once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
Good to hear that. Using your Witcher senses, follow the tracks across the balconies. Okay, before I do that, I'm going to loot whatever's in here.
Killed her, then went out on the balcony.
He cut her throat. Or so, that's what we assume happened. In any case...
Bloody handprint. It's his.
Now we are sure. He probably
Tore down the
climbed
door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too. Broke the flower pot when moving the door, then stepped in the soil.
Okay, where exactly?
Must have climbed this ladder.
That's what you think. Let's go up the ladder then. And try to
Could
find...
still be here. Need to stay alert.
Okay. Found some blood.
Bloodstains.
Besides that, there's a lot of things out there too.
Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it.
He stole something.
Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably.
And we found the medallion itself.
Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace? Seems there was a struggle.
Let's see what about the mirror.
Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor.
Obviously, there was a fight here. Well, guess what? We won't leave this place without looting it ourselves. Now, what's that all about? I can't interact with it just yet.
Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out?
We'll find out. The collected verse of Gonzalo de Versa.
Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for.
Maybe we can loot it.
Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for.
Unfortunately, we cannot loot that what's valuable.
Hunting knife, richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
Does that mean you've been caught?
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centrians killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
Imprudent attacking him.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Thief. Think I know what he was after.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewellery.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Thief, I think I know what he was after.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewellery.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years...
We've seen this already. What makes the jewel so important?
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centrian must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine? What's that?
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Need to investigate, see what's there.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
What do you think about Oriana?
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
Something familiar about the drawing.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
Why was she banished?
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Think she's involved?
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft, was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys. But I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl. Someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen. Or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape or form. You must make sure of that.
I will see to it.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no
Vampire.
idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
And that's the powerful
My
vampire.
very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witch's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
All true. That surprise you?
Seems surprised. Why?
I never would have suspected Regis to find common ground with a Witcher.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
Obviously, Witchers kill monsters.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a Witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
That's no excuse.
That's no excuse. There's always a way out, another solution. Seeking help, for instance.
These other solutions often come too late. You're well aware there are men and witches who have done worse in defense of their loved ones. Am I right, Geralt? If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith. An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher, and the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore. That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renner.
Oriana, how do you know her?
Oriana? She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long. But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Seriously, just a coincidence? You stopping by?
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Mm-hmm.
I know where the blackmailers are.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renner must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Detloff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. especially a wine to be served to two exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out? You have exceptional friends. This Detlef, an intriguing man to say the least.
He tell you much about himself?
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Interesting. Evening all around.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix's mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Understood. Meet Damien at Count de la Croix's mill after midnight.
They say that I'm the...
We'll certainly go on with this, but not for now. For now, we'll have to go after our fist fights out there. And so, let's go on.
Victim to his own cowardice.
The last time we tried to go through that alley, we went into the main campaign, which kind of flavored this whole side quest. The missions out there.
A man of valor, are you not? Would you care to challenge Still Waters?
I would.
Shall you face off against Still Waters? Shall you? Shall you?
The knight, why doesn't he say anything?
Like to know who I'm punching. This knight won't reveal his name or face. Won't say anything at all, not a word.
Rein in your curiosity, sir. A knightly vow is no idle promise. Still Waters shall conceal both face and crest until such time as one defeats him. So, will you fight or not?
I'm in. I'll wager 100.
I challenge you to a duel.
I'm so confident. I know I'll win.
Noble lords and virtuous ladies, another fight is soon to begin.
I think I heard a woman. Wouldn't be surprised if that knight is just a woman. But who knows? It could be that it wasn't. Okay, I'm confident it's a woman. Let's trap her. Ooh. She wears some proper armor that protects her chest, and besides, due to the armor, it can't really be seen. And I can't really hit her properly. It looks to me that's one of the hardest fights out here. I'm gonna do the same thing. I see that the Still Waters is just punching me consistently using hard hits. Oh wow. Exactly. Now that's making some more damage, I guess. Let's go back on the side, and that's it. Wow. I'm surprised just how well this character can fight. Alright, go. And punch.
Damn.
Whoa, 1, 2, 3. And then there's a good counter attack. Look at that, stamina went down. I don't know what should I do to get the stamina out. The last opponent I fought, I was able to get his stamina out just by punching consistently. But this time is different. Okay, as you can see, the stamina is going down, but it will recover as quickly as it goes down. Whoa, it's both hitting 2 hard punches.
Giving me no choice.
That's it, that's what I'm talking about. That's good cornering right there. But she's blocking consistently. Whoa, and she can hit. I wouldn't believe. Done. It's a victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Witcher defeats the previously invincible Still Waters. And what about it was? Freed of his vow, the knight can now show his face.
Your blows are strong and true. My congratulations.
Thanks.
Have you naught to add? I'm a woman. No wry remarks?
What for? It's the 13th century. Nothing peculiar about it. Women own taverns, run farms, and fight.
Will you not claim there was no honor in fighting a wench?
No. I'd expect to hear that from someone who was afraid to lose to a woman.
A good fight. A sound fight. One that's earned you the right to challenge the Maestro. You've only dishonor to gain should you back out now. You'll fight the Maestro by the docks.
Let's go and fight Maestro by the docks. That should earn me the Champions title. I won these champion titles everywhere I went already. I'm sure in those circles right there I'm quite known already. Oh, she looks really good.
Hello? And triple for you.
Not bad at all. Would you look at that? There's 2 contestants already fighting.
This where I find the boxer they call the Maestro?
Maestro, champ, the undefeated. Folk call him many things. You are the Witcher who dropped the 3 lesser champions?
I am. Come to fight the Maestro, but seems to me he's indisposed.
Alcohol is the Maestro's remedy for his crippling shines. He's a delicate man, you see. He'd never so much as hit a pillow while sober.
Fighting sober's like dancing to silence.
Not too drunk to fight?
Forget fighting. Sure you can stand? You're blind drunk.
Not your bum-bopping business. Ah, you cheat, you chat, while my vodka's gone flat. Will you fight, yay or nay?
Come on, let's do this.
Let's go. I challenge you.
Hold on. Whoa. I am a man of principle. I keep to a code. I don't tinkle where I eat, and I don't fight folk who don't drink.
Meaning?
Meaning you're to drink, or hey diddle diddle out of here.
I'll drink. And I'm going to up my wager to 150.
Sheesh. Fine.
Mesdames, messieurs, the maestro will perform at last.
We both got drunk.
Let's do this.
No wonder he always won. I guess that's mostly due to the fact that his body has a good immunity to alcohol. But look at that. His stamina becomes awful very quickly. Whoa. Let's not stop punching him. If one can pass a good hit, then he may just lose. I'm gonna just non-stop pound him for a bit. Yes, I'm able to get some good hits into him. And by saying good, I mean powerful hits holding left shift.
When I chop, you'll be bumble.
Okay. That said, the guy wasn't able to hit me for some time now already. And it looks like if I take the initiative, he's not that good at fighting at all. In fact, I wouldn't say that he's good at all. He just probably somehow
shut up and fight.
Fooled everybody into getting drunk, and he wasn't getting that drunk because he has a good immunity to alcohol, and so he won.
Hey, well parried. Under riposte, yes.
The only thing about this fight is that because we're really drunk, our punches are very weak. Oh, look at that, now he's tough. Look at all that blood on the ground. Well, no problem. I'm sure he's gonna clean it till he wakes up.
Ah, scab! You beat me. It's not happened in years. Your fists, they're glorious.
Thanks.
I'm gobsmacked, I am. I have to drink it off. Oh, good fight. To speak true, I'm pleased you stripped me of the title. I shall have more time to pursue my chief interest now.
Witcher Geralt of Rivia is hereby crowned Fisticuffs champion of Beauclair. Bravo!
Okay. Look at that woman with red eyes in the background.
Your trophy.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate
that. Without liquor's like loving without licking.
I'm still a little drunk, but I'm sure I can go after a quest. Meet the painter around noon by the western gate of the palace. The portrait of the Witcher as an old man. I remember this. I found this painter somewhere out there, and he told me that he would certainly get me a painting. I'm not sure if he was just advertising himself or he's going to do this for free, but I would gladly
I won't go. I simply won't do it.
Have myself painted.
The light is inopportune at the moment. Could you return around noon?
Okay. Let's wait. I'm sure by noon I should be able to
traditional values and morals. That
So
The light is inopportune at the moment. Could you return around noon?
Let's go there at midnight.
The light is inopportune.
unbelievable.
The light is inopportune.
We won't do this.
You are the famed Geralt of Rivia, are you not?
I'm here.
Let us go! We should arrive in time to have the best light of the day. The chiaroscuro we shall capture. Just glorious.
No time to waste then.
Let's go. The things I do for art.
We had best ride there. We'll arrive faster and less fatigued. A work of mine, Turtle Dove o'er the Heath, hangs in the Ducal Palace.
So does a cockatrice I cut down once. It's stuffed, maybe even with heather.
I once had a cockatrice feather brush. Best thing for laying down tempera. I no longer have it, sadly. My blasted cat swiped it.
Why would a cat want a brush?
To paint with, of course. And it was no common brush. Fantastic, as I said, and fantastically expensive.
Hang on. Got a cat that paints?
Yeah, if you care to call it that. He merely copies the works of his betters, and poorly at that.
Your cat?
Yes, Pierre Auguste Moustachois. It's no surprise you've not heard of him. He's a second-rate hack and a thief. We'll continue on foot.
Moustachois, that's his cat's name. I like that name a lot.
Ladies, gentlemen, my lieges, forgive me for being forward, but have you perchance seen a set of paints and brushes nearby?
Eugenie, I believe this peasant wants something from us.
My paints, my brushes, I had prepared them. They were here.
We've not seen any journeyman's tools, my good man. Of that I assure you.
There a problem?
Yes, an immense one. I cannot possibly paint without my paints. I'm done for. Unless you would be kind enough to locate them?
Can't you use different paints?
Wouldn't happen to have another set with you? And, nothing you could use instead?
My word. Would you really have me scrawl with charcoal like an animal?
Fine, I'll look around.
Damn it. Sure you left them here?
Yes, right there. I'd prepared everything. Set it out. Ordered and organized.
Might have toppled downhill or something. Fine, I'll take a look around.
Let's look around.
I
Interesting.
think it is life that imitates art.
Indeed.
And not vice versa.
Right you are.
Spilled paint. Reeks to high heavens of turpentine.
Oh yes, that nose. He actually had an agent.
Already.
After he saw that the red giraffe.
Footprints. Clear, but curiously small.
His cousin.
It looks like somebody has spilled some paint, so that's not good. So we have footprints and the scent out here. And the scent is leading us off the road, so let's just walk off.
Another stain. Could very well be a lead.
Absolutely. For as long as we have the scent clear for us, things should go our way. I wasn't expecting this mission to be that complicated though. I just thought they're gonna give me a painting to hang up in a minute, but it looks like it's going to be another hunt. And we are already going into the cave, as you can see.
Got paint drops here too.
And so it seems the little beast didn't care too much about the painting itself.
Knackers.
Maybe some of these knackers just found it so interesting.
Thanks. Don't look ruined. Painter should still be able to use them.
Yeah, one of the buckets got spilled out. But all in all, I'm sure that the painter will be able to use this. Fortunately, he didn't try to fool me into believing that I need to buy him new paint buckets. And so, let's go in.
Found your things.
Splendid. Where were they? And is this all you found? I left so much more.
Should have kept it all with you, not left it lying around. Followed some paint tracks to a necker lair. Seems the beast's made off with your supplies. Used it to paint a fresco on one of the cave walls. Looked something like a battle scene to me.
Impossible. They splashed paint on the wall in a rage. Unimportant. In any case, it's a good thing you found the basic colors. Shall we? While waiting, I spied a superior spot.
Okay, let's find the spot you were talking about. Well, guess what? I didn't find the treasure while looking for your paintings. For your paint.
We have had fantastic luck with the weather. The light is perfect, absolutely perfect.
Painting this masterpiece gonna take long?
A mere 6 hours. The sun won't allow us to work any longer than that. Oh, but the time will fly by. We'll chat, swap tales.
Better yet, let me down a potion. Time will definitely fly by in a state of lethargy. No need to swap tales.
No. Your expression, your posture, they must be just so. You must look alive with fire in your gaze. Lethargy is out of the question.
Come on, give it some thought. You could title the painting, A Witcher Lying Senselessly on the Heath.
You jest. A jesting witcher.
I should get myself a painting.
Let's go!
Too. Maybe sometime I will.
Whoa!
No doubts I will.
This the place?
Yes. Just look at the view. Breathtaking. The perfect background for our masterpiece.
Pretty, I guess.
Now, you must carefully consider in what pose you wish to be immortalized.
All right.
Okay.
Considering.
Immortalize, he says. I'm just getting immortalized myself. Right here, recording this video and talking to it that's going to last for millenniums to come.
All is ready. We may begin. Have you decided on the pose you'd like to adopt?
I want to look heroic.
Maybe
That's
I could
who I
just
am.
stand, sword in hand.
A bishop.
Splendid! A heroic pose, of course!
Killing monsters.
The bold warrior, his sword held aloft, ready to run at that willow over there. I will paint in a griffin later. Shall I begin? Or would you prefer to adopt another pose?
Go for it. You know what? I think that looks awesome. I don't even wanna know about the other ones. However, it wouldn't be worse.
Let me try something else.
Let's try another one. On horseback.
How about I be on horseback? I mean, Roach kind of deserves to be immortalized too.
Oh, yes, a horse. Exceptional idea. But I would rather you perch atop Alexander, my mount. I've trained him to pose. I shall paint in the carcass of a slain griffin later. Now, raise your head to exude pride, thrust your breast forward. Go on, breast forward. I want to see those hocks extended. Ahem. Is the horse paying attention? May I begin? Or would you rather try a different pose?
I think this looks okay, but the heroic one looked so much better.
Let me try something else.
Now that we have checked 2 poses, I'm going to check for reclining.
Think I'll lie down. At least that way I can nap while you work.
The hero at rest, lying on his side, propped up on an elbow, staring into the distance, relishing a victory. I can paint in a griffin corpse later. Though, naturally, a nap is out of the question. We resolved that earlier. May I begin? Or would you prefer to strike a more dynamic pose?
No, I think that looks just fine, but the heroic one...
Let me try something else.
...was just the best one.
Maybe I...
Ah! The bold warrior, ready to run at the... Shall I begin? Or would you prefer to adopt another pose?
Yes, that looks just fine. Go for it.
Go ahead.
Now, be so kind as to adopt that look you gave me when I first asked you to work with me. That intense scowl of an angry wild ram about to butt heads. Yes, excellent. Now, hold that. Do not budge.
Looking good.
This gonna take much longer?
Not much at all. We'll run out of daylight soon. Please, keep your head still, in the same position.
Fine, I'll try. I'll also try to remember to never trust a painter again.
Griffin!
Yeah, I know. You'll paint one in later.
It's a real griffin.
A griffin!
Run and hide.
Dearest mommy! Yeah!
He just had to say it behind you. Let's go with some fire. And slowing down the griffin won't make him fly off. Ooh. Come on. I'll have to control you so that I could kill you so much easier that way. Let's see if I can freeze a griffin. No. Fortunately, there is no way for me to do that. And I can't throw any fireballs at him. So I just have to wait until he lands. Or I can use my crossbow to throw him down. That's it. That will surely commemorate the painting.
Is it safe?
Yeah, come on out. And no wonder no one ever came here. It was a griffin's hunting ground.
Oh, that thing scared me to death.
Not quite to death. You are alive. Not least because you chose a witcher to sit for you. How's the painting? It survived too?
It did. But I cannot show it to you now. I never display unfinished work. You can see it tomorrow, after midday, where we met. I shall display it in the market square. Oof, monstrous beast. Shall we immortalize it in the painting?
Yeah. Paint it in.
Yeah, let's add it. Carcass can serve as your prop.
Splendid! Interesting color palette. And the textures and the proportions. It will do. Yes, it will do. But I shall paint it in later, in my atelier. There's an excellent illustration in the Encyclopedia Maxima Mundi. I fear this specimen is, well, too far cut and chopped. Ah, very well. That will do for now. I shall polish the details later. No point struggling on in this fading light. Ah, I almost forgot. Payment for your troubles. And I thank you for saving my life. Though, in doing so, you did also save your likeness. For posterity.
Good. Wait one day to see your painting. Let's do just that. And wait for one day. I'll wait a little bit longer. Because I want a better time. Almost midday. Go see your painting, and so it seems that the painting is placed somewhere else. In the town square. Let's go to Nilfgaard Embassy, and from there I'm going to run and look after the painting. Nilfgaardians are walking all around this place. Look at that. There was a tunnel. Good to see that. Now. What do we have there? Well, it doesn't really look like the picture that was there on the cliff.
Greetings.
It still looks godlike.
So, our painting. Are you pleased? Is it to your liking? Do tell.
Yeah, it's good. I think that it's good actually. It reminds me of one of those religious paintings.
It's nice. Shows a lot of imagination. Don't recall undressing before posing though. Some of the other details are a bit off too.
Well, the imagination is an artist's chief too.
Heard the same from a certain poet. He embellishes and invents chiefly.
Perhaps you'd care to buy the painting. Given our rapport, I shall take a loss. For you, I'll part with it, I will, at a special price.
You know what? I'm a Visher and I'm Geralt of Rivia, and I would only be famous if others are going to talk about me and own my stories and paintings. For this reason I'm not going to buy it and own it myself, because then it wouldn't really exist out there. So I'm going to leave it out there for somebody else to buy it, have it, and hopefully he one day going to hear about the thousands or countless of monsters that I killed.
Doubt I'd have any use for it. I'm sure you'll find an eager art lover to buy it.
That's exactly what I meant. So, we'll be moving on.